Hello, everybody. I'm smiling so big right now because I'm so happy to be back here.
Yeah, me too.
Feels good.
Feels really good. I'm Paige.
I'm Cindy.
And this
is Mom's the Word. Where Mom knows best.
Or at least she's trying her best.
She is. How y'all doing out there?
Oh, man. I hope y'all are all doing wonderful.
Me too.
I am excited to be back. It's
been a
kind
long
of
time.
weird, isn't it? It's almost like I'm trying to ride the bike. Do I know how to do this?
Do we know how to do this again?
We had to take a break, you guys. We had to take a break. We were tired and we had so much going on.
Yeah, it wasn't just one thing. It was a lot of things going on.
No, for every single one of us too. So it wasn't like, okay, well, we've got one person down. We can lean in and give them energy and help pick them up. It was like we all needed a break. But happy Thanksgiving.
Oh my gosh, we're here already.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. You guys, welcome back this week. We were like, should we wait to release? No. We're ready now.
No, we ready.
But the break was much needed. We're just real ass moms who literally are just living life.
Yeah. And at first I don't think it didn't seem like everybody was like, all right, cool. And then the comments started rolling.
Where are you guys?
Where are you? When are you coming back? We're like, we promise we are. It was sports season. You had Bear in every sport.
Yes. Oh my God. Literally every single day we were on a field. And I know a lot of moms relate to this because I openly spoke how are y'all doing this with multiple kids? I have one and we're there every day. Every day.
Yeah.
But it all started because we had a death in our family.
Yeah.
And that hit my husband's side of the family really hard, which affected me. And I was like, okay, literally the day we were supposed to film, it happened the day before that night. And I was like, before. I cannot get on and film 4 videos in a happy space when the unknown of when my husband's leaving. Are we all leaving? It was a lot. It was chaos.
There's too many moving parts.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, just take a breath. We don't have to do this tomorrow. But that meant 4 episodes were going to be gone because we shoot 4 at a time.
Yes.
And we were like, you know what? We need this.
We were like, she's like, oh, no, this is a good time.
Yeah, it was a really good time for me too. I had a lot going on mentally. I was struggling pretty bad with my OCD and trying to appear really strong with it, but really, really struggling with it. Just started a medication. A lot of you have watched my sister's journey and her first attempt of true sobriety, and that was hard for me because I am the sole caretaker there for her, as well as I have a very close relationship with my nephews. And my younger nephew, it didn't really hit him very hard. He is adopted, and he has a wonderful adopted mom who he's been with since he was born, literally the same way Fox is for you. So while he knows my sister and he is aware now that that's his biological mom, his mom is someone else. Yeah. And so whenever he found out that she was going to go to rehab, was happy for her because he wants the best for her. But my oldest nephew, on the other hand, he wants his mom back. He remembers having her in the home. And so we just took some time to kind of focus on our family and heal from that, as well as still try to offer support for her, because relapse is part of recovery. And I've certainly not turned my back on her in any way. We still speak daily. I still make sure she has food. Yep. We've had to set some pretty intense boundaries, and things did not go as smoothly as they were initially portrayed to go. We got into a pretty intense fight about everything. I was really spent on look at everything that I've done and everything that I've put in place to help you, and you are being selfish, and so I needed to go through the emotions of really mourning, like feeling angry, feeling sad.
I feel like it's really something heavy that you carry, right? You're always carrying the worry of someone else. That's really hard to do.
Yeah.
And I know you even shared when you were trying to even go find her to come, and I just feel like all of that sounds so heavy to me to one, carry the emotions of someone else, carry the worry of everybody, her children, you have all of those things on your shoulders. So it is really heavy. So when things don't necessarily go the way you would like,
of course,
it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Because you see the good in her.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. You find it.
Oh, absolutely.
And not everybody does.
And I also see that she's very sick.
Yes.
I'm very, very aware that she is extremely sick. So she'll say things or lash out in ways that are not like her. But I know that she's not in control at all times. And I have really, really tried to keep her a human
Yeah.
and remember that she is struggling. There is a reason why she goes back. And that whether that be because she is in pain, because she is withdrawing, because she doesn't want to face what it feels like to be in reality, or, the things that have happened while she has been on this, trip of addiction. I'm sure that it's hard. I don't know where my initial train of thought went just now because I have mom brain and this is emotional to talk about.
Yeah, it is.
I'm sure that it's very difficult for her to face those things. So I try to remember that, and I try to give her grace and forgiveness. And I certainly am not going to think, well, we tried, we give up now.
Yeah.
That's just not the way it is. She could call me 100 times, and if she wants to go to rehab 100 times, I'll figure out a fucking way, because that's my sister and I love her. And oh, okay. Am I good now? Are we back? We had some technical difficulties, you guys. We had some mic issues.
Always Paige's mic.
It's always my mic.
Not me.
Can y'all hear us better? Can you comment if
Look at this nice pole.
Look at
It's a new pole, you guys.
You're not lying. It is
big.
It is a big pole.
Oh. Then what's Jay eating today?
Are you okay?
Apologies. Proceed.
Okay, I think we're good now.
Alrighty.
I don't even think we should cut that out because that was
No.
literally hilarious. But she just deserves to feel loved, and she's a human, and there's somebody rooting for her. And
That's right.
Sometimes that means showing up and taking her to lunch and knowing she's high, and that's okay. You have to be able to set boundaries of you can't expose this type of life to your children,
right?
Obviously, and I am protecting Cade a bit more these days. We did tell him whenever she initially went to rehab. Of course, he's 17. Well, now he's 18.
Yeah.
So he is old enough to know. But
you're navigating a lot of things. You're doing really well doing, because to me, it just seems like a lot. You have children and older children who have to see this, and so.
Yeah,
that's got to be kind of hard to see.
Yeah, it can be. I don't want to say it's nice. It's not nice, but it is an example for my older children of what could happen. And they have seen firsthand just how genuinely bad that can be and what that lifestyle means. And because 2 a.m., 3 a.m. phone calls every week of, I've been beaten up, or I've, been somebody stolen from me, or, that type of lifestyle, that's not easy.
No.
And so I think a lot of people don't realize how intense and how bad it can get.
Yeah.
And especially at 17, I sure shit didn't know. No. So just having those open conversations with Vance, not really even having to give him details on things, but just having open conversations with him about what led to this and where she's at now. And of course, him seeing the attempt of recovery and then relapse, and trying to explain this is addiction and this is what it looks like for many people. And also teaching him not to judge people in that position, because too often you see online these videos of people. Hell, I saw one the other day, and sure, some of them are hilarious. Some of them, there was a woman talking, and she was, dancing around, and she was saying, what, you want some or something, and it's funny because it seems, hilarious. But in my mind, I see a woman that is high, that has a mom or a child or friends or family members somewhere out there that hasn't seen her in months, and then sees her being glorified or laughed at, because you're not laughing with them in that sense. You're literally making them a comedic spectacle. Yeah. It's kind of like you see those videos where I was going to go to school. And then I got high. Yeah. And they're sitting on the corner, that is true, but that is somebody's family member. And so, just trying to teach them not empathy, to be that person. Yeah.
You're being able to be empathetic for these people who are experiencing this, and does teach your kids that.
Oh yeah.
I am such a firm believer in that, because, as a foster parent, I do see parents who are addicts.
Absolutely.
Or going through something, their lowest part of their life, but they're still parents who love their kids.
Yes, absolutely.
They're just struggling with something.
At their core, they still love their children.
Yes. And if you can't pull away from that, then you're just not empathizing, with their situation. It's very hard because I can be angry all day. You can be angry all day long at what they're doing, especially with children involved.
100%.
But then if you think of them as a real person who is struggling and hurting and has a reason for this, and it does, it makes them more human, and it makes you more emotional towards it, which is important for us.
Yeah.
Because it's not always funny.
And it can feel very helpless as a family member, because I desperately want to help her. If I could love this addiction away, it would have been gone a long time ago.
Yeah.
I would do anything to help her, but I can't force her. I can't make her. I can't wake up every day and make choices for her. I can't hold her hand and walk her through life or her trauma. She has to do that herself.
Yeah.
So that it can feel very helpless. Thankfully, it has not felt lonely for me. I'm sure many people do. Some people have said, you could go to Al-Anon meetings, which are a family-based meeting, if you will, for addicts.
Yeah.
I have tried a couple. I will say everybody has their own personal experience with things. I have not personally enjoyed them. I felt they kind of just want you to cut the addict off in many forms, and I understand people say we have to let them hit rock bottom. Trust me whenever I say some people enjoy rock bottom. Some people enjoy rock bottom because they don't have anything else to care for. And my sister's been at rock bottom for a really fucking long time, and she genuinely says well, if I'm supposed to die, I'm just gonna die. And that's awful. That's horrible.
Awful.
That's so sad to hear. But to hear her say that, and I don't give her money, so you have to understand that having boundaries also means I'm not going to pay for things that I know she's going to go get. You know what I mean? When she's oh, I just need $10 for food, I know that at least 5 of it is going to go somewhere else. And I have told her before, I won't be the $10 bill that overdoses you. I just won't.
Wow.
I won't be that girl. So I will show up with food or a new outfit because I don't know where she's gotten the last one, or things like that. But and there was one instance where it was extremely cold. It had snowed. It was a negative 6 degrees in Texas, which is not normal for our area, and our houses even aren't equipped for that, let alone outside tents, which is typically where she's at. And so I did pay for a hotel to put her in because I was worried about her, because my sister is stubborn and she will not go to a homeless shelter, she will literally sit in the cold. She would rather. Now she'll still guilt the shit out of me. She'll still send me pictures of her sitting in the cold, but that's what she'll do. So she did not ask me for that hotel though that day. That was just out of genuine concern for her. Typically when she asks me for things, I know there's an ulterior motive. And afterwards she did multiple times ask me for hotel rooms after, and I would decline. And I'd be I'm sorry, I can't do that. That was a situation of extreme, not health, but what am I going for here? Protection.
Yeah. Have you always been this good with boundaries?
Not whenever I was younger. No,
Right.
no. Whenever I was in my 20s, my early 20s, before I really knew how intense things were.
Yeah.
No, because I was just I'm just helping my sister.
Yeah. You need $10 for food? Here you go.
Yeah. And then,
but hearing it from that point of view where you said, I'm not going to be the $10 that overdoses you, that kills me. Because that
you never know.
Could be. Oh.
Because you really never know. And I would never forgive myself.
Yeah.
I would never let that go.
Yeah. How could you?
Yeah.
Man.
That's what's been going on with me, y'all. But I'm okay. I'm really doing okay. I've also been taking my antidepressants. I'm so proud of myself for actually taking my antidepressants because I really struggled to get that started. It's the OCD medication and antidepressants, and it also helps treat my nerve disease. So that rocks. And we've finally found a dose that doesn't make me numb, but doesn't make me cry all the time, or at least handles the intrusive thoughts. I had really intrusive thoughts for a long time that were damning to my brain, to the point that I felt like I was just not in control. I think a lot of people can realize now, just by my energy alone, I feel substantially better. I feel much, much better than I did even in our first season.
Yeah.
So
it's been a journey though for you to even take the medicine though.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of people see on the internet and they're like, "Well, she's so happy," but I'm just like, y'all don't even know. Like,
It was work.
So I tell you, the internet is fake.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, I could be crying, and 2 minutes later, I'm like, "This is what's for dinner tonight." Like,
Because you have to.
no, yeah, and you do share. You're very open with it, but like
Yeah.
the very intimate moments, you're not like, "Let me just share."
I think you know a lot more about like what happens in my day-to-day life, and I certainly could share
Yeah.
much more than I do, but I really don't.
But sharing that you even got help is so important because
Yeah.
I think a lot of people related to it.
Yeah. And a lot of people have noticed the change and
Yeah.
they're like, okay,
Oh,
girl,
yeah.
what are you taking? Like, what did your
And you're
doctor
like
put you
proudly
on?
like, "What?"
Cymbalta, 60 milligrams.
It has worked for me.
It has saved my life. Genuinely. I'll say it was a journey. Lexapro made me hate myself. It was very difficult, but no hate to Lexapro. It's just that it didn't work
Didn't
for
work
me.
for you. It worked for some people.
Yeah. And initially I went to my primary care physician and we kind of tried things. And then I saw a actual psychiatrist and they were able to help me just kind of nail things down in a more detailed manner.
Yeah.
If you will. So if you want my advice on how to do it or you want to know what I did, that is what I did. As I went to a psychiatrist, I got an official ADHD, OCD, PTSD diagnosis, and I've been treated for it, and I've been doing wonderful ever since. So I'm very happy. It's been it's been a good like 4 months of me just like feeling like, all right, I've got this. I'm in control and not feeling so overwhelmed with just like day-to-day stuff.
Which is really great. 'Cause
Yeah.
getting phone calls from Paige crying is no good.
God, I don't know that
Talk
I've
you off a
called
ledge.
crying in a
No.
long time, actually. Now that you say that, I used
Not
to
about
call you
something like
crying.
that,
Fuck.
no.
I used to call you crying like every day. Now that you say that,
It's not even funny. I'd be like, "How do I talk this girl off the ledge right now?"
oh my God, literally, I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
You'd be like, "Cindy, I just heard this. Can you please tell me that this is not true about this, about my child, about this, about?" I'm like,
Oh my God. Yeah,
gosh."
literally. Oh my gosh. When Juliet was born, I had the worst postpartum depression, you guys. And people really triggered the shit out of me.
Oh my gosh.
Holy crap. I would measure her head 4 or 5 times a day. And I had like a notebook where I would write down like how large her head was because people made me think that something was wrong with her head.
No lie, you guys. I got a phone call. Like, "Do you think her head is too small?"
Yeah, I
and
talked
I'm
to
just
my
like,
doctor
"No."
multiple
Like,
times.
yeah, she did. But I'm like, "What? No." And then at this time, I had a baby who was only 4 months older than hers, and they're like, "Well, what's his head at? And what's this at?" I'm just like, "No, Paige. Like, none of this is true." Like. And then she'd spiral into something else, and I'm just like, "She's really small," and I'm like this. I'm like, and then comes to find out she's literally a twin of Paige. Like,
She's just tiny. Yeah.
she is.
She's small.
I'm just
She's
like,
petite, but she's long.
but those thoughts are not normal, you guys. If
No.
you're calling somebody, questioning everything that you're doing, it is not normal.
No, it's not. It's not. And they really make you think that it is normal to get postpartum
Yes, it
anxiety
is.
or depression, but
Yes.
it is not normal to suffer through it.
No.
So you don't have to suffer through it is the main thing. And so it's been really wonderful to get myself back in the saddle, if you will. But
Yes.
tell me more about what's going on with you. I don't want to talk about me anymore. Oh my God.
I could not.
Fuck.
It's all right. It's all right. I feel like I'm just happy that she's feeling better.
Yeah,
And we all have
same.
still rough days, but man, get help if you need it out there for real. But I'm just living. I'm on the struggle bus right
Yeah,
now.
literally, I was about to
I
say,
thought
how's the
two
whole
babies,
202 going?
I was like, this is so hard. I don't sleep. Well, now I sleep, but during the day, I'm struggling. 2 under 2 is great, right? They play together. They are amazing, but I'm worn out. Like if one's not crying, the other one's crying. If I'm not holding one, the other one's to be held. And I'm grateful I'm that person, but like sometimes like I'm that only person. And so it makes me very like tired and like I'm not having as much self-care for myself. Like I've lost that part of me because I'm just enthralled in all of the things. So like for a while it was all the sports, all the babies, and it is exhausting.
Yeah. And you're tired. By the time you get time for yourself, you're like, I'm just going to bed.
Yeah. And I struggle with anxiety. I'm not very open about this actually. Like I don't even tell like Jay and Paige most of the time. But I struggle really bad lately the last couple of months. Like, so I have now started to reach out to get help. I've always had anxiety since I was a little kid. And I don't share this with many people. Like I'm very, closed off on my own emotions, and my anxiety has been getting the best of me. Like, she doesn't even know what I'm about to say. It's gotten the best of me where I'm having a really hard time every day. And I told my mom the other day, I'm like, I'm really struggling with anxiety. Like, everything, I'm worried all day. I don't want to cry, but I can't let it go. And so I feel like because I've been a mom to so many kids, my anxiety is piled on. And so recently, like, Chris was like sitting down, he's like, cause he works from home now. And he's like, I don't know how you did this all this years. Like, our kids are at a hard spot right now. And he's like, you've done this for the last 5 years, babies. You've raised like a lot of kids, but back to back 7 newborns. And he's like, I now see like why you would call me like worn out during the day and tired and touched out. And you still wake up every day happy and love your babies, because that's just who I am. But I've recently had bad anxiety where like I'm just worried all day. Like right now I'm just sitting here worried for no reason. Like the kids are great. They're with Chris having fun. Everything's well, but I can't turn it off. And so I have recently talked to my doctor about getting on a medication. I didn't want to get one on before because I could control my anxiety. I would have really good weeks and months. But recently I cannot. And so Paige being able to take medication has really helped me, because I'm going to probably be on the same, well, not on the same thing she's on, but I'm sorry, on a medication, because I've been a mom a long time and my kids are babies, but I'm past postpartum. You know, I personally haven't been postpartum for 8 years, but because I've had so many babies with so many issues, with so much trauma, and I've never sought therapy, I've never talked about some of those things, I feel like I've hit this wall. And so like people are like, you're not taking more kids, and it's because I cannot right now. You know, like my cup is full and I'm so grateful. These babies are so wonderful, but I personally have to take care of myself too. And I realize that now. And it was Chris who pointed it out last week. He's like, you haven't had a break. Like they think you make it look easy, but 7 back-to-back newborns is a lot.
It's a lot.
With a toddler, because they've all come with a, a sibling. And so
that you've poured love into, and then most have returned back to a home. Yes.
Oh, yes. And I've held on to their trauma and, all of those things and their family's trauma, and I've seen their hurt. And then I get on the internet every day and I show people this, and then people still slam you for being a good person. It's a lot to take on. And so I feel like it's made me very anxious about anything that I do. I was going to
ask, is it kids related?
It's a lot. It's
life related.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't pinpoint it. So it is mainly kids related. Like I worry all day about them. I just worry about everybody, I guess, when I'm like, nothing's wrong, like.
Is it thoughts or like a feeling, like suddenly like you feel like your body's taking over, or is it like you can't get out of your head? Yeah,
it's like a feeling. Like I just will, like, if my week is busy, I feel like, oh my God, like, am I going to make it through this? And like, I can calm down, like, and it's wild because my husband is so helpful. This has been the most help I've ever had in my life because he's at home now. But it's just like, I've had so many kids with things. So for instance, like choking is a huge trigger for me.
Yeah, it is.
Like if I see someone with their kid who has like something in their mouth, I literally like freak out, and I can't help it because I've had so many babies who like can't swallow well and things like that. And so now itty bitty, she literally loves all food, and she doesn't do it for me, but like Fox will, like he'll put too much in his mouth and they're fine. But in my mind, I can't. And so I'm having intrusive thoughts, but not to your extent. Like I just worry about their safety and like, it's so weird because it's like I can't stop worrying about everything in my life. Like,
well, I'm proud of you.
And I don't know how to explain it. Like that's the problem I'm having, is like I can't explain why I'm anxious. Like it's just like
there.
Yeah, it's just there.
Yeah, I get that. I absolutely understand that. And your feelings are totally valid.
Yeah, and I don't like to talk about it. Like I just don't. I talk to Chris and like that's it. But like
that's okay.
Yeah, recently though.
Listen, I understand that's a huge difference in who we are as people. Cindy is very closed off whenever it comes to her emotions, or if like anything is bad going on, unless she just has to tell you. She really does keep the harder things between her and her husband, and that's who she is. It doesn't mean that she doesn't trust me as a friend or any of her friends. It's just genuinely who she is. Whereas I have always either journaled or blogged or, oh my God, my MySpace, like, all the things. Like, I have always been the person that needed to like put it out, to get it out. And so I share. I'm an oversharer. It's naturally who I am.
Not.
And she is not.
I'm a great listener, though.
I'm so proud of you for
I just
even
think people
sharing
will,
right now.
like, I listen so much that I don't tell people.
Yeah.
And so, like, sometimes that can be a character flaw because people will pour into me and I love it and I hold on to it. I don't pass people's information, but I'm not giving them all of me and my emotions. And I don't know what that's from. I just don't like it. I've had friends who ran with my business and I'm not that bitch. Like if I don't give my information.
If we stop being friends, you're not going to post group chat text messages all over?
I would never. I am not that person. Like, the secrets that I hold for so many people is wild. Yeah. And I would never.
Same.
Like that's just not me. Yeah. But it is hard, but it is something that I'm going to get. Well, I am working on getting better.
That's all that matters.
Getting better. But
that's such a superpower, though, to be self-aware enough to say, like, I need extra help.
Yeah.
And what a great husband, Christopher. and just to acknowledge everything, like, you have had back-to-back babies.
Yeah, I don't think people realize that. They're like, why aren't you taking another one? I'm like, do y'all not realize? Like, I don't. Like, I have literally.
So y'all are officially taking a break from foster care right now.
Like, yeah.
Well, itty bitty's still in care, of course, but you're not accepting any other babies. And you guys have kind of decided that you won't for a little while, right?
Yeah.
And I think that that's wonderful. I think that you guys have poured into so many kids. You have your cup is full, like you said, and it's time to pour a little bit of that maybe out onto Chris's cup and maybe get yourself a little bit more care.
And I just like, and it's hard on me because I can take in more kids.
Yeah.
But the last children who left me, honey girl and honey baby, they affected me a lot.
Yes.
I went through a lot. And so
you had them a long time.
Yes. And so once we had Fox and, I only had him for a long time and then we decided to open up now at itty bitty. And I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
And,
just making sure.
We have decided just to wait, especially they're at a hard age right now. All of my kids in general, like Bear is 8 and he needs a lot of attention. And, that age is very moldable. And so like, we want to make sure we're giving all of our children enough attention. So we are taking a long break. Yeah. And if y'all are strong out there like me, because I don't like to share. Sometimes it's okay to tell somebody. And then like, once I'm okay with it, that's why I can now speak about it. Like once I handled it and I'm getting help, now I can share with other people. Because I'm very much like, I don't want no one else's opinion until I can handle it.
Yeah, I get that.
And I think like people see my life on the internet and they think I share everything when I can tell you that I don't share barely anything at all. Like at all. Like,
no, you don't.
No. Like I'm telling you guys, the internet is fake.
Yeah, I think they probably think the same about me.
How many people like do we know that can be having the roughest fucking time and then still post this amazing content? Because I love my followers. Like,
I love my followers and I love to create
me
content.
Too. Oh my God.
I actually genuinely love editing. I like
it calms me down too.
Yes. It is my creative outlet.
Me too.
I've been a musical theater kid for my entire life. I always knew I wanted to do something in the entertainment field. This gives me the ability to just be myself. Sure.
And I never went into it thinking I would have 1 million followers.
No.
I just went into it like sharing to other moms and people. And so like, that's what I still do. I still show up to make happy, fun family videos because that's what it is. But behind the scenes, I'm just a real mom who's also struggling.
Absolutely. A real person.
And it's hard for me to sometimes do share those things because I get this reaction from people that you don't experience as an adoptive foster mom. I'm not allowed to have some emotions because I asked for this. Yeah. You're not allowed to be tired because why would you take a foster child if you're tired? And so I get a reaction sometimes out of people like I'm not allowed to feel those same feelings as other moms are because my children are adopted or they're still in foster care. And I asked for this. And like, I'm still a mom and I did.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, I love these babies literally so much, you guys, but I'm still tired.
Of course.
They're still 2 and 1 years old and they're still hard. And so like, I feel like that's something that I also get. Like, so I don't share a lot of the emotions because people are like, what do you mean? Like,
you're not a robot.
You asked for these kids.
It would be one thing if you were like, my cup is so full and I'm so overwhelmed. And then you took a new placement and they'd be like, girl, what the hell?
Yeah.
But you're not saying that.
No, my cup is happily full. And like my anxiety might be pouring over, but I can completely handle what's going on in my home. I just know I can't handle anymore.
Absolutely.
Like, why would I want to place that on somebody else?
But we did get new babies. We both got a new baby.
We did.
We did
Oh my
get new
God.
babies.
Yeah, we did.
I'm telling you what, that's a whole child. Okay?
This baby,
I love this baby.
yeah, but
so
I have to
much.
watch this baby a lot.
Do you?
And then I got to make sure my husband doesn't move the baby.
Oh, I just got to make sure my husband doesn't cook the baby. For anybody that doesn't know what we're talking about, Cindy and I
Our bread makers.
we are bakers, bitch.
Bakers.
I'm a baker up in this mother. No, for real though.
I'm a BBB.
A big bacon bitch. Is that
Big back bitch. But that's
Stop
not
it!
it. It's a bread bacon bitch. I'm both.
I'm calling your mother. She said
She
you're
knows
not
I'm a
allowed-
big back
You're
bitch.
not allowed to call yourself
My mom
that.
helped make me a big back bitch.
Stop this right now.
But anyways, I'm a bread bacon bitch.
Yeah, we're not just bread bacon bitches.
Oh, I
We-
bake a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, but we made sourdough from scratch.
Scratch, guys. I didn't use nobody's
From
starter.
scratch.
Y'all
No,
kept
no,
telling
no.
me cancel and make a starter for somebody else.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
No,
We
I
kept
want-
going.
I have Bready White.
I have Cinderella.
They're doing wonderful.
And I was like, Cinderella was the perfect name, only because
It
my
was
name
perfect.
is Cindy.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Cinderella. Anyways, we are so great. I've made everything.
Cindy is really great. I am
get-
doing
she's getting
good.
there.
I'm very good at scoring.
Yes, she is.
I can make art
My-
on a sourdough loaf. She makes like fucking tortillas and bagels and
Literally. I made English muffins yesterday. They were so good. But yeah, it's
See,
been great.
I'm not going to eat an English muffin even from the fucking store. So why would I make that? Like I'm
That's
not going
true.
to
I
the store.
fucking
getting
love
an
an English muffin.
No, I would eat a bagel. I'll fuck up a bagel.
bagels are good.
I did get some everything but the bagel.
Oh, seasoning?
Yes.
You
So-
finally got some?
Yeah, I did. So I do need
I
to
feel like
make
everybody has that spice.
in their cabinet.
Yeah, like
No, I
avocado
don't like
toast.
that shit.
Wow.
I don't love it. I don't love it. I think it's the sesame seeds
Yeah.
in it. I don't know what it is. It's. I think it's the texture. Like, you know, when you eat it and
Yeah.
I know you can feel it in your
Yeah.
mouth right now as I'm explaining
Yeah.
it. That like crunchy
Yeah.
little poppy seed. Yeah, don't fuck with it very much. So we
But I
don't-
do love that we are
bread bakers.
bread bakers because this took a skill, okay?
Oh,
First,
yeah.
to grow that bitch,
Oh yeah.
she was rough.
Mine almost died.
Paige?
My
Y'all
husband
have
loves
not
to
followed
sabotage
Paige's
me.
journey. Hers has been so funny. She done switched jars 15 times. Her husband
She
tried
kept
to
fucking
sabotage.
overflowing. I didn't know what to do with her.
I've been in the same jar now. I used one jar and then I switched, and that thing's just growing. I'm loving it though.
Oh yeah, I got a new jar yesterday. I did. I had to get a 2 liter.
Someone was like,
the
why
1
y'all,
liter's not
why
working.
y'all making so much? I'm like, well, I'm going to make a lot of loaves for people.
No, literally.
I've already been
why
giving them
the
away.
Fuck, did we make so much? Because
we do
I
have a lot.
so much
We have a
starter
lot.
every
yeah,
day.
but I make so much
Do you
things
put
though.
your starter in the fridge?
I did yesterday because I'm not going to use her this weekend.
I'm so scared to do it.
No, it worked out fine.
Okay, yeah, I haven't done it yet, so I've still been feeding her every day for like a month.
This is so
and a
funny because
half.
this has been our topics of conversation
for a while
Well,
now.
it's really calmed me down though during these rough times.
It's so therapeutic.
No, it really is.
To sit, I be rolling that motherfucking dough.
Yeah.
I be
And I'm
like-
not gonna lie, guys, I kind of made her do it.
Yeah,
so
she did.
she talked about it, wanting to do it.
Yeah.
So I said, bitch, we're fucking I didn't even tell her. I just posted my video and I said, everybody tag Paige to go do it now.
Yeah, and then she texted me and was like, "Did you make your sourdough
sure
starter?"
did.
And then I didn't, and so she FaceTimes me.
Oh,
She's like, "Where's your starter at?"
Yeah, literally. We're doing this together. What do you mean?
So-
She said it, so we're just gonna do it. I jumped right in, and I love it now. So
I will say, not Cindy, Azita. I made an Italian herbs and cheese loaf, and she was like, "That's the best fucking bread I've ever had in my life."
so we're doing it.
Yeah.
Chris says we'll be at a farmer's market soon.
Period.
By how many bread loaves
Why
we're making?
not?
Can you imagine us at a farmer's market?
Why the fuck not? That would be so much fun.
No, literally.
I'm so down. I'm
He's
so
like,
down.
we can make
Side
bread.
hustle.
What?
Side hustle number 3.
Literally.
We already have a number 2.
Y'all would come, right?
You're gonna show up, right?
Please, would you
We're
be
gonna
there?
tell y'all about side hustle number 2, but not quite yet.
Soon.
It's been in the works since May.
Yeah, we don't play.
Long time.
We're gonna do it right.
Yeah, we do this shit right. Okay.
And we're very like
Get it
in
right, get it
so
tight.
It is coming soon.
Oh, when I say we're in it, I mean like
We're
me
in
and
it.
Cindy are the fucking CEOs.
I know.
Okay, nobody's making decisions but me.
So it's coming.
Yeah.
Some of y'all have guessed right. That's
Some
what
of
I'm
you
gonna
have
say.
guessed- many of you have guessed right. I will say many.
Yes.
I think it's just if you fucking know us, you're
You know
like,
what it's gonna be.
obviously,
Yeah.
like this is so obvious for everybody. But I don't think you understand how cool it is.
I'm so happy.
Oh, it's really, really,
You'll
really
love it.
so cool. You're gonna love it. We love it, so we
Yes.
hope that you love it, and
Yes.
we're making it for you to love.
Yep, we are.
So, yeah, babies.
I don't know where Jay went.
Jay
but-
is literally just sitting out there.
was
We
gonna say-
got to talk about what we're thankful for in a second, but
Yeah.
I think it is time for. We have a new segment with Jay.
Yes,
So
we
here's
do.
the fun thing is that we're going to switch this up a little bit with Jay. Now he's going to be doing the
The
dish with
Daddy
Daddy Jay. Because this motherfucker always has the tea. When I tell you he always has the tea, he text messages us
He
and be like, do
literally
you
does.
hear about this? And
Yep.
we will have no idea what he's talking about. So we're going to bring in Jay and let's see what has he got on his dish today.
Let's do it.
Jay!
Come on. Love Jay.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Please just leave that in.
This is like Latino.
You did say make it Latino. That was his only request. His
Yes.
entrance music was to be Latino.
We are full Mexican. Hola, ¿cómo están? Y'all's turn.
We,
Muy bien, ¿y
we
tú?
just switched to Spanish.
Be like, the rest of this podcast will be in español.
Un poquito.
Welcome back, Jay.
Thank you. Wow, this is very interesting. Hi, Kylie.
We love the new mics, guys.
Yeah,
No,
we do
I think
love
it's really fun because then we don't have to be like worried or anything, you know?
Yeah, we're just
really nice.
That's a good
seated
angle.
here like professionals.
Literally.
Oh my God, how wild is it that we're back?
I know.
You know, I was listening to them and then I stepped out. That's why they yelled at me. But I don't know if that's in there. No, but it's so amazing to be back. You know, everyone was asking, it's like, oh my God, how has it been? Right? Obviously, some of y'all follow us on social media, so that's amazing. But yeah, it's nice to be back. But
I
it's
know.
been,
Why
it's
you
been,
took
it's,
a break because we all
Oh
had to take
my-
a break. But can we talk about why Jay needed a break?
It wasn't just
Oh,
us.
Lord.
Shit.
You know, I feel like the past, what was it, 3 months?
Yeah.
Has been very challenging for our family. And it was because, you know, Kyler had emergency gallbladder surgery. And so it just happened randomly. We went in and next thing you know, it just kind of snowballed. And I would say like today we're at the point where Kyler goes and hangs out with us and
Oh
does
my
stuff
gosh.
with us.
Yes.
He still gets tired. He still has pain, but he's better than what he was. He's not 100%, but we're on the right path. And you know, there was just a lot of in between there, and Kyler
It was a
can
rough
talk about
couple
that.
of months. Yeah.
Yeah, Kyler can talk about it more. People always ask me like, "Oh, tell me more, tell me more." No, that's Kyler's story. We can talk
That's
about
right.
it later. But for now, that's the gist of it. Is what it started as with gallbladder, and so literally it was hell. It was just a lot to handle because we both work. Well, he didn't work. He tried to work for like 2 weeks, and I'm like, "Why are you working? Like you're literally in so much pain." And then finally, he got FMLA. But it was challenging. Like the first surgery, my mom and sister came and his mom came. So that was really nice. And then they left and then shit still was shitting. And so it was kind of wild for a little bit because I had to work. I had to help Kyler. I had the kids. And it was just a lot.
Yeah.
And one of the things that you said earlier when you're like social media or whatever, like, we're all happy and stuff. And that's me, right? Like if you would have seen my videos, you wouldn't know what state Kyler was in.
Yep.
Right. Or what was going on. Right. I think that I love social media and I do social media because I love it, but I ain't gonna lie, I make money off of it. And so that is another source of income for our family. And so I push through. I do it as it's my second job. And so I got a third job because the second is a daddy, and I'm like, I just have to push through. So I could have literally, like you said, been crying. I'm like, alrighty guys, let me show you how to make some macaroni and cheese,
But you would also enjoy posting, so it's
I
like one of those
do.
things.
It's
like,
amazing. Yeah.
He stays editing. When I tell y'all he's always editing
y'all.
a video.
Us small creators have to work, No,
He
just
is
kidding.
not.
You are not small.
Just kidding. No, but it has just been really hard. I will say that shout out to Nana Elvia because
Yes.
she actually just came. She was coming just to visit. And then the day that she arrived, Kyla wasn't feeling well. And we went back to the ER, and next thing you know, another surgery was needed. And praise the Lord, she was there because there was times where I was alone, and so Kyla had to be at the hospital by himself, and I had to be at home with the children because we got 5 kids, we got stuff to do still. And so it was a lot. But when Nana Elvia came in, she literally was my Kyler for that
Yeah,
2
she
months
was
that she was
great.
there. She would wake up with me. She would help me get the kids ready, make breakfast, make lunch. Honestly, she helped me with laundry. I mean, it was a blessing. Like I loved her, and I was so thankful. And then the memories that she built with the kids while they were there was absolutely amazing. Every night she took a bedtime routine away from me. Well, I gave it to her. And she would read like 10 books to them at night. And she would make it fun. Like, I think I'm fun, but she would like turn on the lights and then put the lights on the book. And then she would like make her voices.
She
and
was
the
so
kids
great.
loved it. And so it was amazing. Thank God we survived. She ended up having to leave, but that was at the point where Kyla was now walking around a little bit more. And so it's been rough. It's been rough, but we made it through. I always tell people, we all got shit happening. You just got to keep going.
And things like that happen out of nowhere. Kyler's a young, strong man, and then all of a sudden, 3 months he's out.
He couldn't lift me anymore, and I was like, "Damn, what's happening?"
He's lost so much weight.
No.
It was interesting because Paige hadn't seen Kyler in a while, and so I had sent a picture in the group chat, and she's like, "Oh my God!"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Girl, that is him back on the mend." I remember there was a time where Cindy walked into my house. And mind you, I had already, I had seen him from, I was there the whole time. So I knew how bad it was or how he looked. And Cindy walked in and she was shooketh. And we kind of discussed it later, because he did look horrible, to be very honest. And it was a scary time. And, I just always try to think positive and all that. But it was just a really hard time.
I was worried about how it would trigger you to see him in poor health because of your past and your trauma and having lost people close to you.
I always think I'm going to die or someone's going to die or something. And so, yes, it did.
No, he literally has the most intrusive thoughts about
death.
It is. And me and Kyla had so many conversations. If he was to die, what would happen? How would life go on? And all of that. And it was just very horrible. Like, I was like, well, not that I want Kyler to die, but I feel like when someone passes away, people who have life insurance get to be crazy cat ladies where they get to sulk in their grief because they don't have to worry about bills. Then there's people who don't have anything in place, and then they have to worry about going back to work after 3 days. Some people don't even get time off of work. They have to go back the next day. They don't have money to bury their loved ones. And they are grieving. It's hard when you don't have that money. So I'm like, well, at least we have life insurance.
Yeah, you've spoken on this, how important it is to have a life insurance right now at a young age because things happen.
I genuinely think that is your response, though, to your death traumas.
Yes, it is.
You stress that so much. You are like, do y'all
Lord.
have life insurance? Do you have life insurance? Because he's so afraid of everybody always passing. So I think that genuinely is just something for you.
I do. It comes from my dad condemning me to hell every day.
That's sad. That's not
Being
funny.
Being scared of going to hell.
Laughed too.
No,
You
I
guys.
laugh at everything.
That's my
Ask these
response.
That
girls.
makes me so sad.
Let me tell you, ask these girls, anything that is serious or crying or awkward, I will cry or make a joke because I want to not cry or change the mood. So I make crazy ass jokes at funerals, everywhere. I'm just that person because I try to lighten the mood because it's like I don't want to cry.
Yeah, we need those people though, because
But no, it was crazy, and we had a lot of those conversations. But praise the Lord, Kyler is feeling better, and
we're so happy because
Stressful times.
It was interesting because a lot of people, love Kyler, and I love that they love Kyler, but they would ask over Kyler. It was crazy.
No,
There'd be
they were
some
trying to
comments,
start
and they
some
would be
rumors.
like, is there trouble in paradise?
they're like, I haven't seen Kyler. Is he still living there? And I'm like,
is it one daddy
Y'all
and
are
is it one
wild.
daddy and 5 kids?
Yeah.
I was like, y'all
That's the
are
real
wild. Y'all are wild. I'm like, we're in this for the long run. Like,
the
there's
ones that are funny
no-
were like, how's Tyler doing? James like, I don't know what Tyler.
Everybody calls him Tyler because it's Kyler with the, or Kyler always says, how do you, people say, what's his name? It's like, it's Tyler, but with a K because people always think it's Tyler. And so sometimes I like to be funny because I'm funny like that. And people will be like, how's Tyler? Or is Tyler still in your family? I'm like, there was never a Tyler in our family. There's a Kyler.
You're a troll.
yes,
You're a natural
He
troll.
does. He really does.
I just love to be playful in my responses. Y'all know I answer crazy all the time, and I just
Usually
like that.
sexually.
Yeah,
He's better than me.
it's the Mexican in me. But no, it's been wild. I think we all were
we're
going
glad
through
Kyler is-
something.
we
Needed a
we
break.
did. We did
y'all.
need a break.
Needed the break.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nevertheless.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to.
But I'm happy
even
we're
if,
back. I'm happy we're all three
yes,
here.
thank the
In our
Lord,
sweaters
season
we
3.
made together.
Look, so going into a topic, thinking about sweaters, one of the topics that people were
my
asking us
gosh.
when I was doing like the podcast on Instagram and like on my social media, they were asking us like they love how we're always together. We support each other. Our families get together, which is really nice. So if y'all didn't see our videos, we got together and just had a cute little party, charcuterie party. And we made sweaters at Paige's house.
Yes.
And so this is what we're wearing today. I ended up going with Dad Life. Funny story is I didn't do mine the day that they did because I ended up getting like these blingy patches.
Yes.
And it literally looked like Flavor Flav was going to come out. And so
Daddy was so big.
and it was like all glittery. And I was like, this is a little bit too much for me.
It was
I
gonna
do
say
like this
it
one
was gonna
more.
say Daddy J. I
Daddy
do
J.
love this.
Yeah,
Dad
yeah.
Life is way better.
So I ended up finding some black puffy, and this is what I initially wanted. So it was
This
it was
fits
really
our
nice.
vibes. We all have little things on our sleeve too.
Yes, for our children.
Zoom
So
in.
really nice. Oh,
Ooh,
zoom
wow, beautiful.
Look at my kids. Y'all got hella kids.
in. You're like, what is that? I got a lot of children. But no, so
Paige
people.
almost
I
does
have
too.
to tell, I've got 4. I have to tell a very funny story from that night and from you doing this suit with me. So my son Vance is over there, right? We're having this charcuterie board. Keep in mind, how long have we been friends? Almost 5 years
Almost
now?
5 years.
Yeah. And we have been around each other's families
A lot.
multiple times a
lot.
month.
Yeah.
Right. So this was very out of pocket for my 17-year-old to say, but he is just like has this true face of concern, and he's like, "I don't think that Cindy knows." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "Well, her husband is gay. Like, I don't think she knows, but I am certain he is gay." And we were like, Chris is not gay. What are you talking about?
Any
Like,
gay energy.
Not at all. Mark is like so offended. He's like, what are you talking about? That is not even true. Where are you getting this? And he was like, what man do you know that sits down and makes a matching sweat set
This
with
one.
his friend? Like, that's just not normal. And I went, are you talking about Jay?
My other husband.
And so Vance thought that Cindy was married to Jay, and he was very concerned that Cindy did not know her husband was very gay. So
Oh my
I had
god.
to set that record straight, and that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Which is hilarious because I told Chris about it. He's like, I've literally met him so many times.
So many times.
Well, maybe Vance and I have something in common. We just talked about this. I am one of those people that I forget people that I've met or names. And I think it's just because my mind goes at 100. And usually when I meet people, I'm with my children or something. And so I just have a lot. And so I am very bad at that.
Yeah.
I tell Kyler, I'm Miranda Priestley and he is Emily. And anywhere we're at, please tell me the names of people because I'm very bad at that. I will tell
Not
everybody.
being the assistant.
Who, Kyler? Well, he's the one reminding me the names.
Oh my god.
And so I tell Kyler, I'm like,
I love that
I'm like,
movie.
who
Me too.
is this? And I'm like, Emily. No, but seriously, Kyler does that for me because I do have a very bad memory, which scares me a little bit, but hopefully it'll turn into Alzheimer's. That is something that happens.
To be fair, he's a 17-year-old boy who could give two shits less about who my friends are. So.
Literally.
I am
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
17.
You're crazy.
Okay, what's on the dish today, Daddy
So,
J?
we're talking about friends and people, say that they love our friendship. And some people say that they wish that they had friends that they could go to like a family source or things. And so I want to give us some advice. Or what do y'all think? How can we give some advice to viewers? Because they say that they wish that they could do that, but they don't have anybody. So I thought it'd be fun to talk about maybe how to find potential friends, right? Or how that kind of looks like. In my personal opinion, life will happen, right? It kind of happened that we met. It just literally, me and Cindy met for Jambos, which was something that we were doing with a lot of influencers, and we just vibed and it worked out. I met Paige because I got invited onto the podcast and then we just all clicked. And I think that's how it happens, right? I think that
It is supernatural.
with friendships, in my opinion, it just is going to happen. Now, you have to put yourself out there. If you're always at home, I mean, unless the mailman or Amazon delivery becomes your best friend, it's going to be hard. So I'd say maybe some Facebook groups for parents or whatever your topic is or what your hobby, right? Maybe something like that to put yourself out there to kind of help, because I know that it can be lonely when you don't have that support group, whether it's family or whether it's friends. Life can be very hard with that. It is nice to navigate it with friendships.
Yeah. As an adult, it's really hard to find friends. And I feel like you have to, one, get out of the house, but go pour into something that you're interested in. So like for us, you might think it's easy because we just met on social media, but that's because we all enjoyed social media. Like that is our hobby.
Yeah.
And so I found friends who did the same hobby as me and we just became real friends. So if you're into crocheting, join a crochet group and find friends there. If your kids are at the play date stage, find the group there. Like you have to pour into something that you're interested in, get out of the house, and you'll find like-minded friends.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you start setting up play dates. And then you have to be like,
Yeah.
hey, let's get our kids together. Like our thing now is we're like, let's get matching Christmas pajamas, make
Yeah.
Christmas cookies
Yes.
and hang out. Like, let's just have a fun night. And really, in a lot of ways, we just want to hang out.
Yeah.
And
But we got hella kids to
hella
bring.
kids, so
They
we
got a
do
lot of
something fun. We do a little bit of fun activities with the kids, but we get to be in the background and spend time together at the same time. So.
Yeah.
I think with the family aspect has really helped us to even bond even more is because sometimes you might get those friends where it's like, oh, I don't want to hang out with you and your kids. Then it's like, 98% of my life is going to be with my children. And my children will be around us 98%. So if that's just not, you're not going to go to the park or you don't want to go do something like that. Realistically, we're not going to hang out that much because I
gotta
hardly ever
find the
get time by
like-minded ones.
myself. It has to be like-minded. Now, I would like to also say is that quality over quantity. I think that on social media and in general, you can make friends very quickly, right? But I feel like you need to have quality friends over quantity. It's true. I mean, I think that we
I've
all
made
go
some
through that.
friends
I've learned a
online that I
lot
would
over the years.
go back in time if
But
I
just like
could.
anything, you weed through the groups. Like even if you're in a group of people, you know which ones you'd hang out with and which ones don't relate to you. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
When you think about friendships, who sits at your table, I would rather sit alone than with hating ass bitches who really don't like me, who say that they love me, who say that they care for me, but then they don't. Right?
Yeah.
I would rather
I
be
ain't
at
sitting at no
home
table
alone
that-
with my children and Kyler and have no friends and be happy versus having 10 friends at my house who secretly hate me
no,
or talk shit
literally.
about me.
You know how many tables I've been
So I
invited
will
to
say
that I'm
that.
like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say that you have to focus on quality over
Paige,
quantity.
stop sitting at tables, Paige.
I don't anymore.
No
How
more.
long has it been? It's been 3 years.
Because she
I-
done met me. I done said, stop
Yeah.
hanging out.
I am
Yeah.
notorious for I've
Sitting
always
at a
said
lot
that I
of
have
tables.
like scissors. No, absolutely
abandonment
not.
issues.
I am notorious for having like scissors in my pocket. So like,
You're
gotta go.
telling me. I
Gotta go.
I'm
I, was
Gotta
like,
go.
I used to be
Because-
notorious for scissors, but
a different kind of
Speaking
scissors.
about scissoring, no, I think that y'all know my trauma about death, and so with that, I am also very big on protecting my peace. And with everything that we do in life, and life is so short to be hanging around with some shitty ass people
Yeah.
or be in shitty ass situations or with a bad attitude. I try to make
No,
the best
literally.
out of my day and the people that I talk to on a daily basis and that I text on a daily basis. I want it to be a quality. So if that's my last day on earth, it was a great day surrounded by my loved ones. And I'm not worried about who
Yeah.
said what, nothing. I don't do that.
yeah.
But yeah, it is important to find friends though. So,
I'd rather
and
have
it's hard.
4 quarters than 100 pennies.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Glad I found some friends.
Yeah.
For real.
But it is hard. I can tell y'all that. I know a lot of y'all are going to say like, I don't just meet friends. Like you got to put yourself out there.
You do. I wouldn't go on Facebook though personally, just because I hate a Facebook mom group because they're just so toxic. But yeah, I would.
But local groups, like
Local
library groups.
Yeah.
Like-
I found some really great friends at a Mommy and Me that me and Juliet are doing. They're precious, adorable. I met another friend at the park. Like you just kind of have to go places. But yeah, I'm not the type that feels like I need to have a handful of friends anymore. I'm like, I'm cool with my.
I think we
group.
hit that age.
Yeah. Yes. I think it also definitely comes with age because let's think about it. When you're little, every fucking movie, everything is like, you have to be the popular kid. You have to be the one that everybody loves. And so you spend a lot of time, if you don't have a lot of self-love poured into you, especially at a young age, thinking that you want everybody to love
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I went through a real shit phase whenever I first got, I want to say like viral high, if you will, like that first real taste of virility where I was like, holy shit, like I'm growing a following. And for a while there, I was like, oh, I just want to grow my following. I just want to grow my following. Now I'm like, I'm cool to stay at the same number because my community is so safe and my followers are so wonderful. And we all, see like I don't get a lot of hate comments, it's nice that way. I don't want to be one of those people that has 15 million followers
Yes.
and has to weed through the bullshit just to be able
Yes.
to see the people that love them. I'm so good where I'm at that I feel like that came with a lot of self-love too. And so I think when you do find that in yourself, you find like-minded people who also feel that.
Exactly.
And you just got to cling on to those folks and be like, let's be friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people pop up real quick for me. Like I know right away if I'm gonna really like somebody. Like that. I just feel like right away. I don't know if it's like that we just read people, but I'm just like, first of all, I see how they treat their kids, and then after
That's
that,
a
I'm
biggie
like,
for me.
or other people's kids. But anyways, y'all get out there.
Yeah,
Try to make
and
yourself-
you know, while you're making friends, be your own best friend, right? You can do stuff for yourself. You can pour into yourself while you find your besties for the
That's
resties.
right.
You know,
That's right.
So, yeah.
That's right.
Especially while you're finding a hobby, because I'm sure a lot of you
Don't have one. Yep.
Don't have one
Yep.
right now, because motherhood really does rip that right out of
Literally.
your hands, and so you've got to find the things that have always made you happy and dive back in.
Try to make some time for it. I know it can be extremely hard, right? But try to find at least a hobby, maybe inside the house. If you're not able to leave, you don't have a
Yeah.
babysitter, try to find at least something to disconnect and pour into yourself. For me, sometimes in Kyler, it's reality TV late at night, cuddled up with Kyler, and we
What are
love
you
it.
watching right now?
The Real Housewives. We love The Real Housewives, and so we watch that a lot. House of Villains, we're really watching right now because of Teresa GGJ. But yeah, we like trashy
She knows
TV.
all
I
of the
love
trashy TV.
Survivor,
Same.
Big Brother.
I'm on Survivor.
I don't watch Survivor though.
Oh my gosh, love Survivor, love Big Brother. For as far as reality
I
goes,
can't watch Big Brother.
let
no,
me think
no
here.
hate Big Brothers. It just looks too scripted for me.
I love it.
That's
I would
the
go
tea.
on it so fast.
Is that like a bad opinion?
No, I don't
What's it
think
called?
so.
No,
I think,
people
I think
feel
you're
that.
allowed to have your opinion.
Yeah, it looks.
I mean, it is
I
bad
literally
if
was
it's
trying to watch it
reality.
because Chris loves it, and I'm like, that was fake.
I don't know. I've never gotten that vibe, but I love that. I love that show.
No, the
I'm
games. The
currently-
games to me look rigged.
What?
Yeah, I cannot.
Cynthia.
No, I watched one episode. They were like pulling them under this like rug thing. I'm like, what the hell? Who came up with this?
Yeah, no, the games are weird as fuck. I
Yeah.
will say they are some.
But I
strange
love some
games.
Survivor.
Yeah,
I'm on it right now.
I love the challenge where they do the food, where they have to pay the
Oh,
bid.
that
the
one just
auction.
came up, like last week.
I love it so much. It's my favorite.
Literally.
I love the auction every single time. But I'm currently watching Tell Me Lies. It's not reality.
Oh, I have
It's a
that. I have that on
drama.
my list.
It's good. It's
I
very
need.
good.
I need to watch some shows.
If you want to watch something that you cannot watch around your kids, by all means, watch it, because there are some scenes that I blush in front of my husband. In front of, I'll be like, oh my goodness.
A little mood starter.
I'm in my repeat a movie era right now. Like I just need something comfort, so we're watching The Hunger Games again.
I love the Hunger
We
Games.
just started over because why not?
Katniss Everdeen.
Yeah, it's one of those comfort movies
We're
for me.
about to
I'm like,
enter the Hunger Games.
it's like this time of the year. I cannot. Yeah, this
May the odds be ever in your favor.
stop. I have anxiety.
Welcome.
To the
76th annual Hunger
Hunger
Games.
Games.
Where would you lay in the spectrum?
districts?
Yes, where would you lay?
My bougie self would want to be in District 1.
It depends on what part of my life am I in.
Right now, where were you going to be right now?
Right now, I'd probably be like District
1.
4.
No,
You'd be District
fucking
1.
lie.
I'm not that high up, y'all. For fuck's
That's true.
sake.
Okay, you're right. If District 1 is like,
Elon Musk. Yeah, I'm definitely not.
okay, I'm like a 7.
Hey, I used to be 12.
Well, Candace is my
okay?
bestie then.
Hey, we've all been there. We've all been there. But yeah, well, maybe we haven't, because we don't sacrifice our children for an annual fight. But well,
No.
maybe we are these days. I don't know. Feels like it.
Anyways, I'm watching that. and Gilmore Girls right now again because that's my it's my
best
time of the year.
Loves Gilmore Girls. I've tried to get into it.
I watch it
like
every
You know,
fall.
they say that rewatching shows over and over is a sign of, what is it called?
Intelligence.
Like trauma.
It is,
Basically,
because
because
you
you
know
know
what's
the
gonna happen.
outcome. And I was like, well, no wonder I watched Narcos like 20 times and Desperate Housewives like 40.
It's also a sign of
I do love
ADHD.
Desperate Housewives.
It's a sign of ADHD as well because your brain does not have to work because you already know what's going to happen.
Yeah. I do that with Friends. Friends is the one that plays all
See?
the time for me. so-
Insert that sound. Oh, we can't.
Yeah, we can't. Copyright
Everywhere
issues.
we go.
Anyways, Jay, we're happy we're back with you.
Yes,
Jay.
thank you
Thank you
for
so much
having
for
me.
being here.
Thank y'all, everybody. I hope you have a good day. I'll see you soon.
Bye, Jay.
Scissors.
Paige. Alrighty, guys, this has been so fun to be back.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving
Happy
to all of you
Thanksgiving.
guys.
We're so thankful for y'all.
I'm so thankful for you guys and the community that we've built here. Y'all following along on this. This has been really great for us.
Yeah, I'm thankful for you, Cindy.
I'm thankful for you.
For this friendship.
Me too.
For how open you were today. You sweet mama. Don't ever cry in front of me again.
Never again, actually. It's never
sobbed.
happening again.
That was horrible. I didn't even know what to do. I was frozen.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
It's never going to happen again.
You can cry in front of me anytime you want to. Your feelings are valid and I love you. And I'm thankful that you felt safe enough to do
you
it.
so much.
It just was so sad to me because I love you so much. And I don't like to see
I'm
my
not
friends
done.
hurting. But yeah, we're thankful for each and every single one of you
We
for
are.
tuning in now officially on Thursdays.
Thursdays.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. We're so excited to be here again. As always, keep the giggles going.
And the love flowing.
And until next time, Mom knows best.
Or at least she's trying her best.
Bye, guys.